Good day, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I'm going to give you just a little bit of a lesson or a pep talk or whatever. I get people calling me and emailing me, that they've got a job in town and they've seen some of the videos and like, gosh, Greg, that just looks like that'd be the dream to be able to do what you're doing. And it is. This was my dream. And so what I want to tell you folks that are still, I say still, you're working in town. By God, I worked in town for 30 years. And I went through a divorce. Not proud of it, but I did. I lost almost everything. I was able to hold on to our farm. That's about it, with debt against it. But I never lost faith in myself and the ability of grass and grass-fed animals. I knew that only way I was going to come out was I had to get my hands on more ground and keep my costs low, no equipment, and stay focused on these. Something that'll eat grass. For those of you all that go to work every day, don't feel bad about it. I mean, it's a necessary evil. I mean, if you don't have somebody that's leaving you, $500,000 to go out and buy a farm and cattle and everything it takes to get it going, don't feel bad about that. I've had people, come up and say, well, you must not know too much. You worked in town for 30 years. I'm like, well, when you lose everything you got at age 40 and start over again. I did quit my job at age 50. It took me 10 years, but I'm going to tell you what, I stayed focused on these. The smaller frame, grass-efficient animals that can eat the grass that grows on our farm. So those of you all that are staring at a computer screen, don't give up. You can do this. You absolutely can do this. Get out on some ground, and I get email, well, I can't find any land to lease around me. Okay, well, if you don't have any land around you, pull your residence up and move. Go where there is land to lease. There's a ton of it out here. May not be in grain cropping area where you're competing against grain farmers that are paying, cash rents of $200 to $400 an acre. You can't do that. But get out here in the hills and the woods, these abandoned farms, and get you some livestock, get you some fence up there and some water. And remember this, when you're in town working, the more of these you can have out there working for you, these are your employees. And I used to sit at work and calculate out how many employees I had at the house working for me. And those are the days when I custom grazed. So I was getting paid $1 a day for every cow that I grazed for other people. I started out at like 50 cents a day. Today, some folks are getting a little bit more than that, but every cow that I had was a worker for me. There was only one little difference. I wasn't having to pay unemployment insurance on them. I didn't have to pay Social Security or federal tax on them. They were an employee, but it wasn't like I was having to cover them every month. They were paying me. These employees were paying me. And they were fertilizing my farm at the same time. So don't give up. Please don't do that. You can do this. Get you a few cows. Get you a 20-acre piece, 10-acre piece, 5-acre piece. Maybe your backyard, if you're not zoned where you can't run animals, maybe you want to run sheep. You don't have to run cows. You can be sheep, goats, whatever. And just start. Please, just start. But don't start until you have fence. A lot of people having wrecks, they bring animals onto their farm, they're gone. The animals get away and you don't get them back because you didn't have any fence. Well, you might have had fence, but it wasn't good fence. You got to have good fence to keep your animals around. Okay? But if you want to build a future on grass, just remember one thing. Take that little bit of money that you're getting in town, stack it up in a little pile, don't spend it. And the trick that I used, because I didn't have any money, it was all being sucked up in the divorce, but when you get a hold of a little bit of money, put it in one of these. Don't go buy a four-wheeler or a tractor or a new truck. Put it in one of these. You will always come out when you put it in something that eats grass, okay? And if you keep doing that long enough, pretty soon you don't have one or two out there, you're going to have a pretty good herd. And I started out with 22 cow-calf pairs. And my custom grazing income, I kept saving up nest egg until I could get enough to buy another 10 or 12. And that's what we did. And then we kept keeping the best heifers, and you know, today we built it up to 295 head. We've been as high as almost 400 in the summer. And we're selling off animals on grass, 100% solely grass. Folks, that's where it's at. There's no argument to me. I'll put my bottom line against anybody that's doing a grain-fed operation. If you're feeding grain to a ruminant animal when they could be eating grass, my cost of gain is always going to kick you in the teeth. It just doesn't cost. I mean, this animal's feeding itself. I didn't plant that. I didn't mow it. I didn't rake it. I didn't bale it. I didn't haul it to the barn. That animal is grazing that forage right where it was grown. Learn to use advantages and leverage them. How do you leverage them? Well, get some management out here. Don't give them the whole farm. Move them. Treat this stuff like gold. That's what it is. This forage is like gold because everybody else is having to feed hay and you're not. Okay? Man, that's a fat little calf. She's just fat. I say she. Yeah, it is a she. It's a little heifer. She's a good one. Got a nice thick winter hair coat on them. You're starting to see a few cows just starting to lay down. One laid down on the other side of that log right there. They were only moved here about 30 minutes ago, and they're already starting to lay down. What did I say about that? That means they're full. If they're still grazing 3 hours later, by God, they're hungry. But folks, don't give up on your dream. If you have a dream to get out on the land, do it. Make a list. Cross off that checklist of things to do to get you closer to being here, whether it's going to a conference, learning how to graze better, or maybe getting started on a little bit of grass genetic seed stock, maybe reading a book. Maybe you don't have enough money to do anything. Go work for somebody that does do exactly what you want to do and learn that craft. That's going to help you when you get out on your own. It's going to save you thousands of dollars in making mistakes. Man, look at how wide that calf is. My God, there's two of them that look like hippopotamuses. Folks, in the wintertime, there is no such thing as a fat cow being bad. You get fat on a cow in the wintertime like that. Look at that gut on her. Folks, that's Kentucky 31. Kentucky 31. Look how fine her bones are. She's got bones on her like a deer. She's not going to tear your farm up. And she's going to wean a calf that's probably 60% of her body weight. Even though we don't wean. We make the cows wean them. Cows can do a better job than we can. Look at her hair coat. Just slick. It's got a good color to it. Just got a really nice hair coat on that animal. Y'all hear something? Just crunch. Hear the ripping? Look at that. They are so efficient. Look at that. She's getting some clover. She's eating a little bit of clover right there. Clover in February? Are you kidding me? Yep. That's called giving them a candy bar. They're eating some little candy bars with that fescue. They're searching it out. That nose is getting the next victim. I see some clover right there. She got it. She nailed it. I didn't even get a camera on it before she nailed it. She's like a vacuum cleaner. At the same time, the hooves are putting carbon on the land, feeding the soil. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Well, I'm going to sign out of here. I'm just in heaven in my cow herd. Everything's so docile, laying around. The sun shining. It's hot out here. The cows are comfortable, and I'm comfortable, and it's just a wonderful day to be a grass farmer. So just remember this: the worst day on the farm is still better than the best day you have in town. You're going to go through some tough stuff out here on the farm. Don't be ready for a cakewalk, because it's not. It's not. You're going to have some tough times, but it will tell you if you're going to be a farmer or not. If you can make it through the tough times, by God, you sure enjoy the days like today. Folks, you can do this. If this is what you want to do, you can do it. You can do anything in this world you want to do. You just got to set your mind to it and have the passion and be stubborn-headed enough to keep on going when the things get tough. Everyone have a great day.